Hi everybody, it's Jo here from Aquarius Tarot. Hope you're doing well. So I'm going to do some really quick fire all signs love messages. I'm finding that I keep trying to start all signs readings and don't get to the end of them because as you may know, I've been through some health issues. I'm struggling to do long readings. So I thought better than nothing, I'm just going to throw some quick messages out there for each sign. I will be building back up to full strength and I will get there. But yeah, spending 2 hours on a reading just beyond me still at the moment. So please forgive me for the long gap in putting any videos out for you. But we're going to have a look at some love messages. So their thoughts and feelings towards you, intentions, and any outcome from that. So we'll start with Aries. We'll get straight into it. So welcome, Aries. So, universe, messages for the highest good of Aries, please. Thoughts, feelings and intentions of the person on their minds. What's going on with the person on Aries' mind, please, universe? Okay. Let's see. We've got the Chariot, the Five of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Three of Coins, Moon, Eight of Cups, Two of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Okay, right, this person, they've been pushing their feelings down quite deep. So there's like still waters run deep. They've been quite quiet. You perhaps don't know what's going on with them. It might have been a bit confusing. I think there could have been a situation where actually this person may have walked away, or you may have walked away from them after a bit of conflict. But this person feels like they want to close out any distance that's been generated between the two of you because of this conflict or this misunderstanding. They realise that you are probably now sitting in a choice, sitting at a crossroads, deciding whether you want to stay or leave the relationship. They want to make sure that things do work out well. They want you to think well of them. I think perhaps they're concerned that perhaps they blotted their copybook. You may have got, a bad impression of them based on whatever it was has gone on between the two of you. But they do want a reunion. They want to come back together. They want to close out that distance. So that's definitely coming through for you, Aries. What's the outcome of this situation? Dear. Lots of energy in the cards. Outcome for Aries, please, universe. What's going to happen here? I think this person is going to take charge of the situation after withdrawing, or perhaps being a bit quiet. Things are going to start turning in your favour. They're going to start going better for you, Aries. This person is going to take on responsibility for putting things straight. And take the lead in the relationship. If they haven't been stepping up, they're going to start stepping up. Yeah. I think they've been taking some spiritual guidance. They've been having a sort of spiritual awakening, realising the errors of their ways. Silence being one of those. They don't want to they don't want to stay in silence. Yeah, they want to be committed. I think they could also be taking some advice from a trusted, wise source. They're going to come towards you with a small offer to start with because they don't quite know how to progress as it stands, but they are going to come towards you. That is quite clear. So let's just pull some oracles for you, love oracles. Well, your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. So this could have been quite a challenging situation here. Honour your loved one and you'll notice your relationship becoming stronger. I think they could have really sort of done something to damage your view of them, actually. So the universe is saying, honour your loved one, think of the good things, and then your relationship will become stronger. Okay. Weird message coming through. This person, it could have been a misunderstanding about a gift, or lack of giving a gift, but universe is saying, just recognise that it's all in the thought, and those things actually are quite superficial and don't really matter. They're suggesting that perhaps you might reconnect in nature, so maybe going for a walk with your loved one, or doing something that is in relation to nature is going to help you. Also, give yourself some time. It's talking about healing, and that can take some time. And do it in your own way as well. Do it in a way that's comfortable. I do feel like there's been something to heal from that's gone on here. There's been a walking away or some kind of issue between the two of you. But expect your person to come back. Expect them to step up. Expect some slow steps. But, you know, this person has a realisation. They do want to close out that distance that's there between you. Okay. As I mentioned, it's going to be fairly quick fire. If you like a personal reading, I can spend a bit more time on personal readings because I'm just focusing on the one sign and the one situation. So please do look for the details in the description box. I do turn them around still within 12 to 24 hours. Now we're moving on to Taurus. Welcome, Taurus. Hope you're doing well. So, Taurus, we are looking at your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions towards you, what the outcome will be. And we'll pull a few love oracles for you as well. Hopefully we'll get time for an all signs at the end. But these are fairly quick fire, just to preserve my energy levels, which are still recovering after I had a fairly significant health issue at the beginning of the year. Okay, right, so Taurus, what have we got here? We've got the Two of Swords, we've got the Six of Coins, Queen of Wands, Temperance, Ten of Wands, Ace of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Lovers. Wow, okay. Well, this person might be dealing with a lot of personal situations at the moment. They might be thinking of moving. They could actually be in a bit of a dilemma as to whether to move in with you or move towards you, or thinking about the relationship in terms of, you know, it might require them to move, and so it's they don't quite know what to do at the moment. They're a bit in stagnant energy. They have had a situation that they do still reflect on in the past. They may have children from another relationship, but they are seeking something new. They see that opportunity for something new. They're super attracted to you. They feel the charisma, they feel the heat, if you like, and they do want to communicate more. This person also sort of they really noticed you when they met you. There's something about you that's really sort of got a hold of them, and they don't quite know how to cope with that. So they're trying almost to get their balance and behave in a balanced way, because you've really kind of knocked them off their, you know, normal balance by sort of coming into their world. And as far as you're concerned, you know, they are absolutely, I think they adore you, super attracted to you, though it's something that's really, they see you as somebody that's challenged their perspective of what they would be looking for in a relationship. You came in, and yeah, they really feel you're the one, you're the new thing that's coming in for them. But yeah, there is some aspect around moving house, or moving towards you, or being at a distance, or something that's going on in their personal life that's really sort of weighing them down and making them feel undecided and unable to you know what to do next for the best is going on with them. What's the outcome going to be, please, universe, for Taurus? Messages for the highest good of Taurus, outcome for them. Okay, they're going to make the right decision. It's going to be a balanced decision. They've still got all these burdens going on. It might be a bit of an issue for you in the first instance. It might be that you have to sort of take the strain of the relationship a little bit in terms of finances or doing the travel or whatever, because they've got a lot going on. Something's going to happen around your birthday or their birthday. I see you being in a relationship with this person, with the Two of Cups coming in. So I'm going to pull a couple of love oracles for you, Taurus. As I've mentioned, I'm doing fairly quick messages just because I haven't got the strength to do long readings at the moment. If you'd like a personal reading, I'm able to focus obviously more time on each personal reading, so please check out the description box. Message for the highest good of Taurus, please, universe. Love conquers all. Okay, so it does feel like this is a very loving relationship. And I think you can overcome any issues around what travel, moving, whatever it is that's going on. If you love each other, and this person I feel does love you, Taurus, you will be able to overcome this issue. Think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. Okay, so I think there was a special moment that both you and they think about that really sort of defined, you know, it was a defining moment, if you like. Your spiritual journey is beginning. So I think you two are going to go on a bit of a spiritual journey together. I think you've got a lot to share and learn from each other in terms of your spiritual journey. Don't rush into making big decisions right now. Take your time with the cat. So I don't know if a cat is relevant here. They have a cat, you have a cat. This appears to be like a brown cat, sort of a ginger cat. Ooh, a little bit of a tabby maybe. Tabby cat. But take your time is coming through. This is a message from heaven. Yeah, give yourself time. Don't rush. Okay, there's no need to rush. Is a big message from Spirit coming through for you here in this reading, Taurus. Okay, well, thanks for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Hit me up for a personal reading if you would like one. Otherwise, thanks so much. See you again next time. Okay, now we're moving on to Gemini. Welcome, Gemini. 11:11 on the clock there. Whoops. On my device. I'm taking... Oh no, I don't feel I'm quite ready yet. So universe messages for the highest good of Gemini, please. Thoughts, feelings, intentions of the person on Gemini's mind. Thoughts, feelings, intentions of the person on Gemini's mind, please, universe. Okay, two on the table. It just jumped out. Queen of Cups, the Emperor, Four of Cups, Nine of Coins, Hierophant, Seven of Coins, Page of Cups, Page of Swords. Okay, right. So Gemini, this person, honestly, they've got an awful lot of love for you. They think that you value yourself, respect yourself, have a lot of worth, spend time on your personal pursuits as well as give them attention, and that is super attractive. They actually see commitment in the future with you. They sort of starting to look ahead what the path might look like for both of you. I think they are going to pursue you. They are certainly interested. I think you have a lot of nighttime messages. You feel their energy around you at nighttime. They might be somebody that really likes to, if you are already sort of in a connection with them, they like to cuddle you at nighttime, sort of hold you close, or they think about doing that. I feel they're going to start to tell you more and more how they feel about you. The feelings are going to start to emerge, and I feel you're on the cusp of something really nice and secure. It's like the beginnings of a secure relationship is what's coming out here. Universe, what's the outcome, please, for Gemini and their person? What's the outcome, please, Gemini and their person? Right, okay, so I see a little bit of a journey or a little bit of a story emerging here, Gemini. I do think but both of you have maybe had some difficulties. It could be with your health, with your career, with personal life, and it made you feel a bit rejected, a bit unsure about the future. But I do think in spite of that, this person's really going to step up and they are going to commit to you. I've got the marriage, the commitment card here. Somebody who really is in it for the long haul, and actually it's double confirmation of that because I've got the Hierophant that's come out twice. Okay, so I think they may at some point, slowly, but I think, you know, it may ultimately lead to marriage or commitment, whatever that means to you. Love Oracle for Gemini, please, universe. Love Oracle for Gemini. Close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. So you may feel this person's energy around you. I said particularly at nighttime. Let love show you how to learn from each other. So I think you two have got lots of lessons you can learn from each other. All true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together. Okay, so you two are going to make a great team. You're going to be able to overcome whatever happens together. You're going to support each other. See a good future for this connection, this person that's on your mind, Gemini. Okay, Right then. Okay. So, we're moving on to Cancer. We're flying through. I'm doing quick fire messages. Thank you all for liking, sharing, subscribing. If you'd like a personal reading, please do look in the description box. But today we're just doing fairly swift messages in this all signs reading, but we're looking at your person's thoughts, feelings, intentions. The universe messages for the highest good of Cancer, please. Okay, so what have we got on the table? We've got the 9 of coins, we've got the 7 of cups, we've got the strength, we've got the 10 of wands, 2 of coins, king of coins, ooh, 3 of cups, and the high priestess. Okay, so this person, they're trying to juggle, I feel, career and finance and money security with relationships and having a secure relationship and putting investment of time into that. I think they see lots of different options in their life, different ways things could play out. And they are quite materially focused. They are quite interested in money, Cancer. That is something that is important to them. And so they do factor that into their decisions. Just saying, it just is what's coming out here. You could be dealing with a Leo, potentially. It's somebody who wants to spend good times with you, have fun with you, but wants to really sort of be a bit lavish. They want to take you good places. They want to buy you nice dinners, buy you things and live it up a bit. They are that kind of person. However, they could just overspend a little bit. They could get into a place where perhaps they've over-offered, over-bought, over-treated you to an extent where they perhaps might go a bit silent because actually they can't sustain that, and they might get themselves into a bit of financial bother is what's coming out. So I don't know, this won't resonate for everybody, but what's the outcome going to be in this situation? They are a little bit obsessed with you. They're not going to let go of you easily, but they are going to go through a little period of time, Cancer, where they don't really communicate. And I think it's to do with financial troubles or personal troubles at least. And I am seeing a bit of overspending, overindulgence, shall we say. Yeah, they've got to kind of reinvent themselves, start living by some different principles. So it might be that something has to sort of end, and there might be some kind of admission here of what's going on to enable this person to move forward, because they get to a point where they can't move forward because they're trying to balance their love of sort of material things and money and that kind of thing with, you know, they seem to be using that to advance a relationship. It's not always necessary, is it? Really, it's not. They start to learn what's important. They have to. It's almost like going to have to be a do-over. Yeah, because they're going to feel like they're actually going to have to miss out on things because they've overspent previously. Okay, so just not going to resonate for everybody. As I said, if you'd like a personal reading, just reach out. Details are in the description box. But oracle cards for Cancer, please, universe. A couple of oracles for Cancer. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. Now, you do have to take action. You do have to work out what it is you want and take action towards it. But then the universe will support you in that. And sometimes the way that works out can be quite surprising. Okay, illusion. Avoid the trap of mistaking a fantasy for a true soul connection. Okay, synchronicity. A divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. So you'll know if this is your person by whether there are these sort of meaningful coincidences, synchronicities that you start to notice around the connection, whether it's, you know, coincidences in your life experiences or things that you think or say or just crop up for you, or you start seeing the repeating numbers and things like that, or birth dates or whatever it might be. I do think, you know, the universe will give you little signs here and there, but just watch out because, you know, you don't want to mistake a true soul connection for a fantasy. This person might build up an impression of them that's not really them, you know, by sort of being a bit lavish. So just watch out for it. Okay, watch out for it. Thanks for joining me, Cancer. Please do give me a like, thumbs up, please subscribe. Look forward to seeing you again. Appreciate this was a really quick whistle stop reading. I will hope to get back to more fuller readings in due course. Just struggling to do long readings at the moment, so I thought something's better than nothing, right? Get something out there for you. So moving on to Leo. I'll take them. So their thoughts, feelings, intentions towards you, Leo. Quick fire messages today. If you'd like a personal reading, please reach out. What we've got the Two of Swords. Oh, we've got the Eight of Wands. So whoever's on your mind at the moment, this is who we're reading about. Six of Cups, Knight of Coins, Five of Wands, Three of Coins, King of Swords, and Knight of Wands. Okay. Right. I think this person's feeling like there's been a bit of tension between you, perhaps a misunderstanding, and because of this, they don't quite know which way to turn. We saw this actually in the Cancer reading just now, similar kind of energy, but there's more conflict and more tension around this. They feel maybe the wrong thing was said, or you know, they wish they'd said something differently because they've given a wrong impression to you by what they did say or what they did respond. It could be somebody that you work with, or somebody that you met online or you communicate with online. With the Three of Coins, definitely it's often somebody that you have some kind of connection with through work of some sort. This person is going to be communicating with you more. The channels of communication are going to open up more. This person's got a bit of regret and remorse still hanging around. I don't know if it's in a connection with something they did or didn't do towards you, or it's a previous connection, but they're going to start talking to you more. It's going to start opening up. They've got more to say. They haven't told you everything they want to say yet. I think they've got a lot of passion for you. They do think about having a bit of a fling with you potentially, but also they do want something more than that. They actually want to offer you some progression in your connection. Yeah, they're quite possessive of you. They don't like the thought of you being with anybody else. And I got the sense that they're very warm, charismatic, loving kind of person. They give off a lot of warmth in their energy. What's the outcome going to be for Leo and this person on their mind, please, universe? What's the outcome going to be for Leo and the person on Leo's mind? Yeah, I think you're going to have a new passionate start with this person. You might end up going to bed with them. Who's coming out here? That's definitely the Ace of Wands. They definitely like you. They're quite focused on you. Something around birthday is going to come out here, whether it's their birthday, your birthday. They're going to try and progress things around a birthday. Yeah, they're going to communicate when you least expect it. I think there's going to be more communication coming in here. More messages around whatever it is they want to say to you. They've got things to say. All right, let's pull some oracles for Leo. You begin to feel your heart beat faster when you're close. This person gives you butterflies, flutters, that kind of thing. Past lives, we reunite with our loved ones over and over again through many different lives. You may have, you know, you've clearly got some kind of soul contract with this person. So you do sort of know them from another life, even though you don't realise that now. You've come across each other again for a reason. Even when you feel lost, there's always a way through the labyrinth. You might be feeling a bit lost and stuck, but you know, it's going to be okay. Your soul is preparing to reconnect. Trust the process. Okay, so this might be somebody that you're going to reconnect with, Leo, which is interesting, isn't it? All right, well, thank you so much for joining me. Please do hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. As mentioned, I'm going to try and get back to longer readings when I can. I just haven't quite got the strength for really long ones at the moment. So if you'd like a personal reading, the details are below. Okay, so we're moving to Virgo now. Welcome, Virgo. Good to see you. We're looking at the thoughts, feelings, intentions of the person that's on your mind. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at the outcome. And then we're going to just pull a few love oracles for you. We'll see what wisdom and guidance the universe has for you in relation to this connection. So Universe, messages for the highest good of Virgo, please, in relation to the person that is on Virgo's mind. Okay, you've got the Knight of Swords, the Empress, the Moon, the Page of Swords, the Six of Coins, the Five of Wands, the Ace of Coins, and the King of Cups. Let's move this back so you can see. Okay, so I think this person is going to start opening up to you about things that have happened in their past. They're going to start sharing that with you, Virgo. They've got things that are still around them that play on their mind. It could be sort of family connections, things that happen to them. It could be that they've got children from past relationships, or, you know, whatever it is. I think they're going to start talking to you so that maybe you can understand them a little bit better, because I think there's been a bit of confusion around your connection. Here I see it again. I think there's been some misunderstandings, some confusion. Perhaps they've been holding back. Perhaps they've not been as open as you would like them to be, because they've sort of nursing old wounds, dealing with past traumas, all that kind of thing. It happens so often. But they are somebody who really works on themselves. They want to grow from the experiences they've had previously. They've got some beautiful qualities. In fact, they've got all the qualities that you would actually ever wish for. They might be quiet and silent at the moment and actually not communicating very much. This communication is going to progress. You'll understand them better because they're going to tell you more about their past. But also you're going to see this relationship steadily progressing. So if it feels a bit stagnant, don't worry. It's just a small pause. It is going to move forward. It is going to move forward actually at a nice steady pace that works for both of you, but is progression. I think I've heard a quote before that, you know, what isn't growing is essentially dying. So a relationship needs to be moving forward, doesn't it, to grow and progress. And that's what's going to happen here. This person, even though you don't know it, is thinking along those lines. This person's very loving, very kind, very warm. You could be dealing with an Aries here is sort of coming through for some of you. But they are going to be trying to get to know you better, know what makes you happy, know what makes you tick, know what you're looking for the future, so they can try and meet those needs and fulfill those needs for you. They're really interested in you for certain, and I do see progression, but I do think there's been a bit of tension, maybe some misunderstanding here before, because of their, you know, what they're dealing with from a past relationship. Okay, what's going to happen for Virgo, please, universe? What's the outcome going to be for this connection? Oh, more communication, lots of open communication. Potentially when you least expect it, Virgo. They've got things they want to say to you. Yeah. They see you in their future. They kind of know that you're solid and stable and that you'd be there for them after some perhaps difficult times before. I think they know you're solid, okay? Yeah, they really are looking in terms of the future and the route through, and they are going to come a bit slowly towards you. There's going to be maybe a bit of a pause, but they're going to offer you love. Okay, that's very clear. Right, let's pull a few love oracles for you, Virgo. Universe, messages for the highest good of Virgo. What guidance would you want to give them in relation to this connection? Rekindle. Every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled. So if this is a person who's coming back around, it can be rekindled. Attraction. Divine soul counterpart attraction transcends superficiality. So it doesn't matter what you wear, or that, you know, that kind of thing. It is about the person, and you just, one soul speaks to another soul. Union. The union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. So this is all suggesting that is a divine soul counterpart that we're dealing with here. So nice and positive, very loving person, very, very good intentions here, and I see it progressing into something very nice, Virgo. I like that for you. So thank you for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the reading, if it's nice and clear for you, if you like the style. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you'd like a personal reading, please do check out the description box below. Now we're moving on to Libra. Welcome Libra. So we're having a look at the thoughts, feelings, intentions of the person on your mind, Libra. And what we're going to have a look at what the outcome is going to be for this connection as well. So universe, what messages please do you have for the highest good of Libra? We're looking at what the person on their mind, their thoughts, feelings, intentions. So the Nine of Swords has just popped onto the table. Oh, Nine of Swords, Page of Coins, Five of Cups, Four of Swords, Eight of Wands, Two of Swords, Four of Coins, and the Two of Wands. Okay, so I think you've had some communication with this person that may have let you realise that they are actually very, very guarded. They've got their barriers up a little bit. You're going to realise that through conversation, I feel. And because of that, they're very undecided of how to move forward. This is a bit of a theme coming through in these readings today. But this person, they could be at college, university, learning a skill, a trade. They could be very academic. They could be somebody who actually loves learning. And actually, sometimes people who are like that, it's a strength, but it can be an overdone strength that leads to perhaps overthinking things if they are very sort of philosophical, you know, and academic in that kind of sense. And they're sort of sitting in their stagnant energy, if you like, because they know in the past things haven't gone right, and their subconscious is almost telling them they're overthinking, it's going to happen again. At the same time, they are very disappointed with, you know, perhaps a lack of progress with your connection, which is all down to them, and they know that. They realise that if they want to be with you in the long term, they're going to have to do something about it. But they know they're sitting in this, what shall I do? They've just got to step into that decisive energy. We need a bit more of the Fool energy coming through here, where this person will just take a leap of faith and step into it. But they're thinking about you all the time, like you're on their mind constantly. You'll be feeling their energy, definitely at night time. You might almost be feeling like you can feel a hug from them or feel them around you. But they're sort of maybe coming towards you in a fairly immature way, or not enough. They're not coming with enough, if you know what I mean. It's not enough for you. There needs to be more, Libra. They need to come forward with more to offer, don't they? But they are very possessive. They're quite jealous. They don't want you to be with anybody else. They're regretting the way things have gone so far, and that they feel that they could have done better. They're just thinking about you like constantly. Okay, constantly. Yep, they are feeling that you are their strong spiritual connection, but there's also a choice that they need to make. Yeah, very much coming through with the Two of Swords again. I think they're going to step up, make a decision and come towards you. But I do think there's this danger all the time in this connection that there could be misunderstanding. So just watch out for that, Libra. Right, I'm going to pull a couple of oracles for you. Yeah, like the yin-yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves. So you can see something, you can sort of relate to this person, even though perhaps their behaviours are a bit frustrating. Past lives, we reunite with our loved ones over and over again through many different lives. So you've connected before in another life. Your soul is preparing to reconnect, trust the process. Now, I've shuffled these cards, but these ones came out earlier on, these two at least. So it's a bit of a theme, must be something in the stars at the moment, which is creating this kind of energy, or it's just a vibe. You could be dealing with perhaps one of the other signs where that came out, actually. I'm not sure which one that was. You could go back and look at the other readings and see. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that reading, Libra. Apologies for the speed at which we trotted through it. If you'd like a personal reading, I'm able to give more time and attention to personal readings, as I'm only focusing on the one sign. Just haven't got the strength to spend hours on all signs at the moment. The details are in the description box. It's a quick way to get personal answers. The prices start from £30 and you get your readings within 12 to 24 hours. So just hit me up if that's of interest. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by. Please give me a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, because I do usually post readings regularly, even though I have not been posting them lately just through an ill health issue and a bereavement at the same time. It's not been fun, but anyway, we're coming out the other side now, happily. Thank you for joining me, Libra. Right, I'm just going to put the charger into my device a moment. So, hopefully we're good now. Apologies, my camera was about to die. Right, so now we're on to Scorpio. Welcome, Scorpio. Hope you're doing well. So we're looking at the thoughts, feelings, intentions of your person. We'll have a look as well at what the outcome will be for this connection, and we'll pull a few love oracles as well for you. Quick fire messages today. I've just explained a few times that I have had some ill health. I'm struggling to do long readings, so we're doing some quick readings today just to get me back into it. If you'd like a personal reading, I can spend longer on that, of course. Please do check out the description box. They turn around within 12 to 24 hours. Price starts at £30 for a detailed 1 question reading. So messages for the highest good of Scorpio, please, universe. Thoughts, feelings, intentions of the person on Scorpio's mind. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Cups, King of Coins, Justice, 7 of Coins, Page of Wands, 6 of Cups and 6 of Wands. Okay, so this person wants to move this and progress the relationship. It feels like they want to move it on to a better place, or just keep progressing it so that it gets better and better. They're looking ahead to the future. They're planning a path through. They're planning on what each of your steps will be. They could be also looking at their savings so that they can actually achieve things together with you by setting goals. You know, it could be that they're able to, you know, buy a ring, buy a house, or rent a house, or a condo, a flat, whatever it might be. But they're looking ahead to the future, you know, whether you might have children, whether you might merge families, what your career paths might be together. They really are looking ahead. I think they might be slightly younger than you are, potentially. There might be a bit of an age gap one way or the other with you anyway. There's somebody who likes fun. They've got a very fun-filled energy. They've got a sociable person. They like spending time with you and your friends, or they would like to meet your friends. They're thinking in terms of introducing you to friends or meeting your friends. I think they are quite focused on their money, and they see a connection. This has come through again in one of the other readings, but they see a connection between saving up and being sensible and being able to do things in the future with you. They want you to think well of them, and they feel like you're still undecided about them. So they want to do things that are going to make you see them positively and perhaps choose them. They want you to choose them, Scorpio. So what's the outcome of this connection, please, universe? Oops. Much more communication is coming in. Oh, here we go. I said communication, and then look, 8 of Wands. Communication. This person really wants to talk to you. And there's part of them that's kind of expecting that you might reach out to them. Yeah, or they're going to see you at a party or something, some kind of social event. You could be part of the same sort of social circle or community. They might sort of see you, even if it's an online community, I don't know. But once again, we've got the Wheel of Fortune coming out. is going to keep progressing for the better. Oh, I see you in a relationship actually. Two of Cups has come out here. Okay, so very, very positive outcome there. But obviously, Scorpio, it depends on what you actually want. Okay, you might not want that. So this is what is on this person's mind that we're looking at. But by the way that this is coming out as the outcome, it suggests that maybe that's something you might like as well. Okay, love oracles for Scorpio, and embrace what destiny has in store for you. Perhaps this is your destiny. Rekindle. Every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled. So it might be that someone returning to you. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. This person might push your buttons occasionally, and it might be difficult to keep you cool. But also they may play to your strengths as well. And yeah, it's like this person might bring out the best and worst in you. So just bear that in mind. One more. Dreams. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. Now, I've seen with the Seven of Coins, this person is thinking ahead. They do have goals. They are connecting goals with your relationship, which actually is a very positive thing. So yeah, I'm seeing good things here. Good vibes, Scorpio. Good vibes. Thanks for joining me. Do appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the reading. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you'd like a personal reading, details are in the description box. I will of course spend longer. I tend to spend 20 minutes at least on a one question reading, which is £30, and then upwards from there. 3 question reading is a full hour, and that's £60. But there's the one in between is £50. That's a 2 question reading. It's usually about 45 minutes. Most people tend to go for that one actually, interestingly. Most people go for 2 questions for £50, and I turn it around within 12 to 24 hours. So a quick way to get quite a comprehensive reading if you would like that. Okay, thanks for joining me. Welcome, Sagittarius. I hope you're doing well, Sagittarius. We are looking at the person on your mind, their thoughts, feelings, intentions towards you, and we'll also be looking at the outcome for this connection. I'm pulling a few love oracles for you as well. Okay. So, 9 of Wands, King of Cups, 10 of Swords, Death, Queen of Wands, Knight of Coins, 7 of Cups, and Strength. Alright, this person finds you incredibly attractive. They do feel there's a lot of chemistry between the two of you, almost to the point where it makes them shy to talk to you. The barriers go up, they sort of clam up when you walk by. They might go a bit quiet, you know, blush a little bit. It's that kind of vibe. They're a very loving person. They're a very solid person. They've got very good qualities, and actually you might have a choice of 2 people here. Actually, Sagittarius is you know, coming through. But the person that's on your mind, I think they do keep thinking about, well, what if I, you know, I'm rejected, or what if I, you know, what if this happens, or what if that happens? Because I think they've had, you know, issues in the past which have affected their self-confidence. Something's had to end for them to be able to come towards you, and they've had to dig deep and find their strength to sort of keep going. They've overcome a lot, and so I think, you know, you will get a better version of the person here by virtue of the fact that they've gone through as much as they have. What's the likely outcome for this, please, universe? What's the likely outcome for this connection? It's just going to go from strength to strength. It's going to get better and better. You're going to have a much happier future with this person than what you've had before, Sagittarius. Yeah, you're on the cusp of happiness, security, abundance, a really secure, happy relationship. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, possibly. Definitely, you know, could be a Capricorn. We've got an earth sign here who's quite focused on career and that kind of thing, but also very emotionally, you know, attuned, very emotionally intelligent as well, this person. They've got that balance, which is quite rare, of being quite logical, focused, driven in that sense, and having the emotional intelligence too. But yeah, you're on the cusp of something lovely in this connection, Sagittarius. Okay, guilt. Don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. So I don't know if there's something that's gone on here that you might need to be aware of in terms of not feeling guilty about it. Even when you feel lost, there's always a way through the labyrinth. Okay, I don't know if you are feeling a bit lost and stuck, but you will unstick. Sagittarius, respect your relationships. I don't know if that's a message you feel relates to you. All true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together. So again, I think this has come out earlier on for another sign, but I do think you make a good team, okay, and you'll help each other, and respecting each other is a really key part of that. Okay, well that was your reading, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video, please subscribe. Check out my offer of personal readings if that is of interest to you. The details are in the description box if that's something that you might like to have from me. Thanks for joining me. Now we're on to my fellow earth sign, Capricorn. Thanks for joining me, Capricorn. Hope you're doing well today. So we are looking at person's thoughts, person on your mind, their thoughts, feelings, intentions, actions towards you, what the outcome will be for this situation. They're quick fire messages today so I can get through them within my energy span, which has been a bit lacking since a health issue, but I'm recovering nicely, I'm getting there. But I just wanted to get something out for you, albeit a little bit short today. If you'd like a personal reading, details are in the description box. Messages for the highest good of Capricorn, please. How's their person feeling about them? What are their intentions towards them? We've got the Five of Wands, Five of Cups, King of Swords, Knight of Wands. I wanted to split the decks, so I'm just doing that now. Oh, we've got the Empress, the Magician, the Nine of Swords, and the Two of Wands. Right, this person, I feel they feel like there was a missed opportunity with you, Capricorn. I think they see amazing qualities in you. They really like your character, your personality, your values, ethics, all of that good stuff. They think you're really attractive as well on top of all of that. But they didn't pursue things as they should have done, and really because of that they're now reaping what they sowed. Okay, so they haven't got you, they're regretful of that. They're sorry, they wish they'd done things differently. Perhaps they chose somebody else over you. I do feel like they think about whether they could have a bit of an affair with you, actually. I know that's a bit scandalous, but that's what's coming out here, Capricorn. And, you know, they feel like they need to tell you how they're feeling, but they're a bit afraid to sort of come forward and do that. So if there's somebody who you were interested in, they went another direction, do know, Capricorn, that they are regretting it. And they might come towards you, see if they can get a bit of a cake and eat it scenario. They do want a relationship with you, and actually you may end up in the future in a relationship with this person. Things might work out in an uncanny way which throw you two together. It might be something else ends that they are in and you two end up in a relationship. Yeah, they will, I think, come towards you. At the moment, I think they're balancing. They're conflicted. I think they're in another relationship, but they're thinking about you, Capricorn. And of course, this isn't going to be for everyone. So if you do want a personal reading, check out the description box. But that's what's coming through in this reading. So it will apply to some people. Yeah, it's been a big burden for them. I think they really, really worry you might move on with somebody else. And, you know, they've made a hash of things and things aren't as they want them to be. But they are going to progress. And I do think you're going to end up with this person, Capricorn. Let me know in the comments. Sounds a bit of a juicy storyline, that one, doesn't it? I'm a Capricorn, so makes me think. Okay, so Aquarius then. Welcome, Aquarius. Do hope you're doing well. Quick fire messages today to see what your person's thinking, feeling about you, what their intentions are towards you. We'll have a quicker look at what the outcome's going to be for this connection. And I'll pull a few love oracle cards for you as well. Okay. Messages for the highest good of Aquarius, please, universe. Got two on the table. Not these two. Okay, so we've got the Four of Coins, the Magician, the Six of Wands, Two of Wands, Eight of Wands, Page of Cups, Hierophant, and then we've got the King of Swords. Right, well, this person is feeling a little bit jealous, a bit possessive. They want to make sure they sort of claim their right to you, if you like. They're going to come in and claim you, I feel. Quite possessive and jealous, as I mentioned. They're going to do what it takes, I feel, use all the tools and all the skills, whether that is talking to you, persuading you, charming you, everything that they can. I do think they'll take you out in the evening. They might ask you back to their house. That's coming through, definitely. Lots of communication, I feel. This person's going to start talking to you more, and I do think there's going to be an invite back to their house. That's definitely coming through. This person, they try and make themselves attractive for you. They try and make themselves look nice, smell nice, put on their best, behaviour, if you like, because they want to see this progress to a commitment. And they do actually want to talk to you about, where are we headed here? They want to have that conversation about defining the relationship and where it's going and where it's headed, because they clearly want something solid with you. They really do. And I think they want to make sure their behaviour and how they are generally around you is going to help manifest that. Okay, what's the likely outcome for Aquarius and this person, please, universe? Once again, this person wants to come in and claim you. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of love. I think they're worried there might be somebody else around you who they want to make sure that they make sure you're theirs. Do you know what I mean? Rather than you perhaps be shown interest by somebody else. But you've both got love and abundance in your future in this connection, after perhaps some consideration and the light being shone on the right way forward. So there might need to be some reflection first, a pause. But I think both of you are going to really decide that you don't want to be by yourselves, you want to be together. Okay, a couple of oracles for you, Aquarius. Okay, your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. I can't tell you how many times that's come out today. Love conquers all. Love that one. And yeah, you two are very different, but you're going to complement each other very well, okay? And you're going to see a bit of your own personality coming through in how the other person behaves and be able to understand each other as well, I feel, Aquarius. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate that. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate a thumbs up, definitely, if nothing else. Check out the description box if you'd like a personal reading. I'll see you again next time. And now we are moving on to Pisces. Welcome, Pisces. I hope you're doing well. So we're looking at the thoughts, feelings, intentions of the person on your mind, Pisces. We'll have a look at what the outcome of this connection is going to be, and I'll pull a few love oracles for you as well. Quick fire messages today. Try and get back to some longer readings soon for you. Okay, so we've got more on the table. So the Eight of Wands came out, which is communication. The Star, Chariot, the Two of Wands, the Four of Coins, the Magician, and the Six of Wands. Okay. So this is somebody who wants to communicate how they feel about you. They want to make sure that you know that they really, really like you, okay? You're everything they've ever wished for, and they see you as a wish fulfillment, actually. There's something about a car. I think they have a car that they like to have a car that impresses, or they've washed their car or made their car look nice and clean so that you will think well of them, or they can take you out in their car. The car's definitely coming through. And we have this sort of almost, I don't know how long you've been seeing each other or where this is at, but they're almost at this point in deciding whether or not you two might get married, actually, or be in a long-term commitment. So what's the likely outcome of this, please, universe? Likely outcome. Yep, commitment. Solid commitment, could be marriage, depending on whether that's your bag. Could be a bit of a pause. I think you might start to see things quite differently. It's going to relieve a lot of burden that you've been under, Pisces. Yeah, I do think you're going to start seeing things a bit differently and realise that it might be a good thing to be with this person, and commitment's a good thing. You might freak out and leave them. There's some people that are just going to freak out and leave when they're proposed to or something like that, or when the commitment conversation comes up. So Pisces, I don't know what it is that you want. Be prepared for this conversation. Have a think about it, because it might not be what you want. Okay, this is definitely coming through as a possibility for some people. Think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. Look deep within your emotions. Yeah, really think about what it is that you want. Yeah, be open to accept divine guidance in your relationships. So, perhaps look for the signs from the universe, seek help, guidance, all that kind of thing. If you'd like a personal reading because you're feeling a bit lost or stuck, please just reach out. But one more, tested. Your strengths and weaknesses being tested. That wanted to come out because I saw it earlier on as well. So it could be that you're prone to sabotaging relationships or something like that. So just watch out for it, Pisces. Just be aware of it, and don't let, if that's the case, don't let it spoil something for the future. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. That was the reading today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.